Hey everybody, well, I just want to do a quick live stream. I know I haven't been on live for a while. Hi, Big Ben. Nice to see you here. And like I said, I know I haven't been on for a while, so this is a quick health talk, and thank you for the one viewer here. You are cool. So I was going to do an upload, but for some weird reason, the device had split that in two. I don't know why, but hey, that's why we're here today. And just doing a live stream real quick before I have other things to do. Yeah, because I have other things to do today. So, yes, I have had my coffee. Wawa, not a sponsor. Never has been. Will be, but hey. Says I have 3 viewers. Looks like they're hidden. But that's all right. You know what? This is my watch time that you're giving me. And thank you for that, for giving me watch time. You know what? I always appreciate that when people give me watch time, because that is a good thing. I don't really mind. And thank you for that one thumbs up, because you deserve one too. So health talk, let's get into this. If you haven't yet noted in the last couple of videos of mine that I've had, I was talking about my doctor, okay, and the blunders of his office and everything, and the things of the do's and don'ts that doctors' offices in the medical community should and should not do, which I'm pretty sure that you guys out there would probably say, yeah, they probably shouldn't do that. But here's the thing, is it took them 2 months to finally get my electrode stimulator equipment to me. Finally. Oh my God, I've been suffering so long. And then finally get my electrode stimulator equipment. Right? You're like, well, that's not very big. Well, it doesn't have to be that big. And people are, assume that electrode stimulation equipment would have to be really huge. Well, it doesn't have to be to help the body with what it needs to help with. They gave me some extra of the electrostimulation pads, and I'm not going to show you the device, but it is in here. It requires a battery. So this is like travel size, which is convenient for me because if I'm somewhere for a certain amount of time and I need it, it's an on-the-go thing in this lovely case, right? In this lovely case. So hopefully this will help to mend both of my legs, since I have to use it on both of my legs. And my medical actually covered the cost of the equipment, and also covers the cost of the electrodes themselves. These are the electrodes. Now, people would think the electrode would be the equipment that's inside this box. No, that's the thing that powers the electrodes. These are the electrodes. Now, the person that actually made these quite popular back in the day was martial artist master Bruce Lee. If you ever watched Enter the Dragon, you would notice that that's, he was wearing muscle stimulator. Or if you ever watched the Bruce Lee story, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, which I did watch, I was a big fan of Bruce Lee. I was a big fan of Brandon Lee. Unfortunately, we all know that they passed away. It was very tragic. I'm not going to share too much information about where I went to go get my stuff. I'm going to cover that. But obviously they have a list of things that they provide where I go to get my stuff. So that's nice. They have a long list of things that my medical insurance covers, like back braces, knee braces. I mean, my goodness. Goodness. And my insurance company is on this list. Yay. And I'm glad. I'm glad because for, my medical conditions, I have more than one. I'm glad that it actually covers everything on this list. Yay. But okay, here's the whole thing is when the company that gave me my equipment, and they were really nice, really sweet people. My landlord gave me a ride to go and get my equipment, which he's a really good person, really kind-hearted. He's a military veteran. He's 100% disabled. Really cool. You got to salute our veterans. Like Rocco from Roaming with Rocco. You got to salute him too, And his Roaming with Rocco, his dad was a military veteran, and bless him, he's on the other side. Probably do that in the other order. Bless him, he's on the other side. But still, my landlord, he's pretty cool. I'm borrowing his office right now. That's his hat in the back there. Calvary unit. Cool people. But I would have been in uniform, but if it wasn't for the accident I was in that is making it so that I need this equipment. But back to the whole thing is, for health talk, is it shouldn't have taken 2 months for my doctor's office to finally figure out where to call this in. Crap. 2 months, right? 2 months. And, here it is. I'm the one that had to call my health insurance company to ask some questions and finally get things done correct. Finally make sure that I got my medical equipment, which was 2 months late getting to me because I'm waking up in the middle of the night having to sit up and finish trying to sleep. I mean, nobody wants to have to go through that. It's getting hard to walk again. It's been 10 years that I'm out of a wheelchair that I've been in for 5 years. I don't want to have to go back to a wheelchair. Nobody wants to have to go back to a wheelchair if you've been out of it for that long. Good gosh. Yeah. If you've been out of a wheelchair for 10 years, would you want to have to go back to one? Heck no. Nobody wants to have to go back to a wheelchair. Even if you are having a problem walking, you want to keep trying to keep on walking. You strive to keep going forward. That's what keeping positive is all about. You keep yourself positive, strive to keep going forward in life. You want to keep yourself generated to go forward. But when there's a doctor's office that can't comply and can't understand, they can't understand what to do. Should they even be open for practice? I have to question that. I have to question their practice. When I had called the other day and got through to their office manager, and she got all upset. She was like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle of all this. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm going to switch over to the nurse." No, she didn't switch me over to the nurse. She hung up on me. If you don't know what you're doing in the office, why are you there? Is she even qualified for the job? I think not. Not if you have a breakdown. Not if you have a breakdown. So I leave a message for the nurse because obviously I have to call back for like the 5th time in a day. 5 times one day. Only had to call my health insurance twice. That's pretty sad. But the thing is, we really have to question these people. Like, are they really qualified? Did they get their degrees from Captain Kmart? Did they seriously? The Kmart college degree. You can print out a freaking degree on your own printer. Go down to your local notary. Have them notarize that. Or you can have yourself qualified as a notary. Notarize that crap yourself. And poof, it looks legal as crap. And open up an office. And you're not really legit. That's what I'm saying. You pull that crap out of a cereal box. You know what I mean? Like, wow. But the doctor's office didn't call me and tell me that they had called this into a medical supply company. They neglected to call me and tell me that this was called into a medical supply company. I think it's because they were afraid to talk to me because they got chewed out by my medical insurance company. Wow. A doctor's office standard practice is always to have some sort of book. Pretend this is a bigger book, okay? To have some sort of book with a big old list of, and I'm pretty sure you guys would agree with me, a big old list of where to send that stuff to. A big old list of where to send that stuff to. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Hospitals accept medical equipment. Because of why? Physical therapy. Dang, you know I'm right. Hospitals also accept what? Wheelchairs. And they call the patient, and the only reason I know this is because when I was in my wheelchair They called me to come pick it up. And how did I come pick it up? I had to take public transit, which was very tiring for me, to come pick up my wheelchair. It made it very tiring in my day to have to wake up super early in the morning, get out of bed, take my manual wheelchair, get ready to go, take my cuff crutches, and drag my body along with those instead of taking my manual wheelchair. So I had to basically drag my legs, which wasn't fun, but I had to do it. That's what made me tired. But I made it there anyway. I had to soldier up and do it, but I have to these days question the authenticity of a doctor's actions and their staff's actions. They could be endangering their patients. They could very much be endangering their patients because an action such as one of the things that they did as calling in a prescription, in which, if you did watch the other video, which was calling in the prescription that was a hallucinogen, I took that back immediately. And the pharmacy didn't want to take it back, but I forced them to take it back because I have a legitimate reason. Of course, I don't drive because I have epilepsy. I have epilepsy. I have the 2 medications. I take, epilepsy meds. Keppra. Here's my other one. There it is. And Topamate. Now, if you guys thought I was bullshitting, you just saw it right there, and I've shown that before. Keppra and Topamate. And that's the bottles that they come in. Am I going to show the labels? No, because it has my information on it, and you don't need that. But I have to put into question, what in the hell was this doctor thinking on the basis of prescribing a 4th medication? That's the one I took back. Now, keep following along with this. That medication, that 4th one that I took back and refused to have re-prescribed because it would have had a fatal effect with my other medications. I would have died if I took it. So no, I don't think so. It would have had a fatal effect. Not only was it a hallucinogen, but it would have killed me. I have to question these people. So my next appointment is going to be, we're going to sit down and have a serious talk. Is he, or I should say, is he not, is he really paying attention to what he is doing? Is his office staff capable of handling that office? Because I really don't think they are. And question your own doctor if you feel like, something's not right there. You know what I mean? If you feel like something's not right, like something's off, like somebody chewed on too many crayons and sniffed too much paste. Hey, Giggles. Glad to see you, girl. And I'm always glad to see you in here. Like I was saying, I picked up my electrode stimulator equipment today for my back. And I've been waiting 2 months to get my electrostimulator equipment because my doctor's office messed up. Oops. It's okay. It's that Friday that feels like a Monday. You know what I mean? We can laugh at this. That's why your name is Giggles. We can giggle about it. But yeah, no, seriously, this is why I'm having health talk, is if you feel like you have a problem with your doctor, like I was saying, like it took me 2 months to finally, really, I wish everybody had a Wawa. I really do. Wawa is so good. Denny could tell you about Wawa. She has Wawa in Philly. Oh, girl, I used to live in Philly for 14 years. Wawa is so good. Right now, any size of coffee for $1. So I get the 24 ounce. And it was $1. A whole $1 for that coffee. It's usually more expensive than that. So yeah, right. That's awesome. And but like I was saying, it took 2 months to get my electrode stimulator equipment because my doctor's office was too incompetent to figure out where to send a script. Right? Like they were asking me the other day for the information to where to send a script if they knew where to send one. And I'm like, oh my God, like you're the medical professionals, you should know this. Wouldn't you think that a doctor's office would have a big old book full of a list of places for medical equipment that they would send these scripts to? Is that not like the dumbest thing? Yeah. And on top of that, they told me I had to call my medical insurance. No, that was their job. So I called my medical insurance and then I called them back. Their office manager, she got all upset. Like she was all, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle. Oh, let me switch you over to the nurse. And then she had a nervous breakdown. Like if you're going to have a nervous breakdown, you just don't belong there. Because obviously she didn't have any experience in this. And she didn't know what she was doing. So she didn't belong in that office. Like, I've worked in retail. I've worked in office work. I have been a custom clothing designer. I'm still working on my sweater. I'm designing me even a pair of winter shorts with some leftover balls of yarn, which will be like multicolored pair of winter shorts just to wear, which is kind of funny. But you know, I've had experience in retail sales. I've even been an Avon representative. So I have experience in different things. I've even owned my own business. Excuse me. Okay, Giggles. Love you, girl. I know my heart's not too good on Friday because, there we go. See you later, Gigs. Hey, honeybee. No, you haven't missed anything. I can re-explain to you, so you're all good. You're all good. No, I was just explaining to Giggles how it took 2 months for my muscle stimulator equipment to get to me. Well, I should have actually just taken that out of the bag while Giggles was on here. It makes it so much easier. I'm sorry, Giggles. You can replay that. And it comes in this case. I even showed this at the beginning. So you guys, I didn't open this and take it out of the bag. I didn't. Because I just didn't really want to break the seal on this yet. Not really. Because they gave me some extra electrode pads, like 4 extra ones. And then it comes in this lovely case. This lovely, lovely case, which I'm going to go like that because I don't want you guys to see where I got this from. You guys understand that. There's some nosy pokey people on the internet. And I know it's not Honeybee, and I know it's not my Giggles. There's where does that go to unlock? Oh, okay, I see. It goes like that to unlock. Then it goes like, okay, have that upside down. That helps. And then you have the instructions. Okay. Then you have the other electrode pads, which is the ones that actually came in the case. Then you have the battery that goes with it. This is kind of cool because I love how the case is. Isn't that cool? I like that. And then you have the wires that the electrodes attach to. And then you have this, which is really cool because I like this. That's cool, right? Because it actually clips onto you. You can just clip it on. I like that. This is I like this. This is exciting. I don't know if you guys hear that noise out. That's weird. Anyway. And then there's the controls on the top. Oh my God, I'm so excited to try this out. Don't mind me, I'm just a nerd. I'm a nerd. Oh, I'm excited to try this out. And this is travel size. I mean, you know what this reminds me of? Star Trek. Because look at that. You remember that? I don't know if you guys watched the old Star Trek series where some of their devices were like this and they were all and their devices look like that. That reminds me of a Star Trek device. such a nerd and I love it. Anyway. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try this. Oh my God, how do I open it? Okay, oh yeah, that's right. This slide's open. I think it's slide. Oh no, there we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Where do we put the battery? Look at me. Oh my God. You're laughing and it's okay. You're like, she's just all excited. Okay, battery. And which one does this go? Positive, negative. And remember, this is a science. You got to put this down to a science. I know, it's funny. I get excited over scientific stuff all the time. You know, when I was a kid, I used to build long wave radios out of short wave radios. And from the northeast end of Oregon, I got a signal from Japan out of a homemade long wave radio. I haven't done a mask in a long time. I should. I think I have a couple of masks left. Just I've been so busy lately trying to get my doctor's stuff in order. Okay, now that I've got this battery in, let me open this up. Let's see. Turn the power on with, which one's to turn the power on? I don't have my reading glasses on. Health first, yes. Yes, it is health first. Because I do have to take care of my health first. Okay, well, it looks like I have to get a new battery for this because the battery they gave me is a dud. Isn't that how it always goes? They give you some old battery. So it looks like I may have to go get a new battery, which is fine. That's fine. Those give you some old dud battery. Better a stud than a dud. I always say. Hey, Giggle. Oh, hey, Thomas. Hey, honey. You want to take care of that? Hey, honeybee. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I don't know who that person is. All I know, well, I may know who that is, but that person's just jealous. Just jealous of nothing. Jealous of nothing. You know what really gets me is why are people jealous of people on disability? Because people on disability don't have much. You know what I mean? Like people on disability don't have much. So why be jealous of us when we wish that we could stand for 8 hours a day again? Like I miss my old job because I wish I could stand for 8 hours a day. And I really miss my old job at New York and Company. Mm-hmm. Bunch of butthurt people for no reason. But you know what? If they had to live my life, they'd be like, how's she live on that? Barely. butt hurt, people. Yeah, I haven't done a mask in a very long time. Like I said, I believe I have 2 left. I have one left from Denny, and I haven't used that one yet. Oh, this is stuck in here now. I don't like that being stuck in there. Find something to get that out. But gonna have to figure out how to get that out of there. Anyway, it's off anyway, so I'll just figure out how to get that out of there later. But yeah. Yeah, I figured that idiot was the one that was staying silent for a while. So it's no big. But anyway, I did show you that. Sorry, I showed where that came from. But that was a blur. Well, you know, if I wasn't missing part of my spine, permanently missing part of my spine, because of an accident that I was in, I would be wearing an Army uniform right now. And, you know, the accident was before I could go to boot camp. And I was all ready to go and everything. I was all psyched and, you know, happy and everything. You know those stories you always hear about the Amtrak train? Well, the stories about the Amtrak train going too fast are correct. Because when I was a recruit for the Army National Guard Armored Tank Division in 2002 with Bravo Unit, they were getting ready to head out on deploy. And somebody's knocking on the door, and I'm not going to answer that. And well, whoever it is has a key. That is him. Okay, anyway. So, anyway. So, you know, like I ended up having to transfer all my stuff over to Philly because of that. Oh no, it's my landlord. I run a certain part of the house, so it's like I borrow his office. That's his cavalry unit hat. So I borrow his office sometimes. So I'm not going to be on here too much longer. My back is starting to hurt. He's a veteran. He's cool people. Yeah, my back is starting to burn. So I actually have to go soon. So yeah, I'm actually glad that you and Giggles came in here because that made my day. I've actually been having to sit up to go to sleep Like, I'll go to sleep and then I'm up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. And then like I have to come in here and sit up to finish to go to sleep. It's like not the best thing because I get muscle spasms in my legs and my back. And I have to sit up to finish going to sleep. And then, along with my epilepsy and everything else. And, it's like I'm on a preventative that's, for my epilepsy. And then I'm on just like an epilepsy medication to try to calm it. And then it's also for my headaches. And then, just trying to keep that. Yeah, that's painful too. And then I have deterioration in the disc and then fibromyalgia. But I pretty much have my thyroid disorder under control. I've lost 25 pounds. Side effect to my Topamate is weight loss. It's not a bad thing. Unless, of course, I get to looking like a skeleton, then that's a bad thing. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Nobody would know that I'm 45 years old. Exactly. And you know why? I drink a lot of water. I may drink coffee. I do drink coffee, but I drink a lot of water. But water is great for flushing out impurities, though. It really is. It's really great for that. Really? I didn't think you were 25. I thought you were younger. Yeah. I thought maybe you were like at least 20. Take 5 years off of that. Or whatever. Take that off. Take that and half of that off and put a 0 there. You giggles both. Hey, one time in Philly, a college student tried to follow me home. He like pulled his car over, got out and tried to follow me home. That was funny. So it's like I had rings on one hand. So it's like I slipped a ring off of one hand and slipped it onto my ring finger. I'm like, sorry, you didn't take it. He's like, oh God, sorry. That was creepy. Like, dude, no. Don't know the dude. Too young. Bye. Like, and just to like pull the car over and get out and try to walk as quick as possible to catch up to me to try to follow me home. No. Long legs, they carry you quickly. Okay, here's the other thing is with the doctor's office. Okay, not only did they write a script that I didn't want, okay, that was the other thing I didn't get to tell you, Honeybee. They wrote a script that it wasn't necessary. They took too long getting me that. Now, before this medical equipment, they should have done the MRI for my spine because of my deterioration in the disc. I'm already missing my L5, which is the one just above the tailbone. That's gone. Okay, so my tailbone is just there, and the tailbone is pulling away from the hip. So it's a pain in the ass, literally. And so I wear a corset to hold things together, because without it, it tries to, kind of just chink apart. Which is not very comfortable, because it got at one point when I used to be in my wheelchair for 5 years and I've been out of it for 10, it's like, if you've been out of a wheelchair for 10 years, and this is what I was saying at the beginning of this live stream, if you've been out of a wheelchair for 10 years, you're going to try your hardest to stay out of it for longer. You're going to try to stay out of it for 15 years. You're going to try to stay out of it for 20 years. You're going to try to stay out of it for until you're too old to breathe. You know what I mean? You're just going to try to stay out of it forever. Until you're so old that you need your grandchildren to push you around in a wheelchair, But, I was in that chair for 5 years. I've been out of it for 10. And I don't really plan on going back into a wheelchair, but for the simple fact is the doctor isn't paying attention. That can endanger my life. That could potentially endanger other patients. Is he actually paying attention to what he's doing in that office? I don't know. So I have to question that. So what my health insurance did for me, which is really great, I have to love them for this. I really do. I have to love them for this. Is they filed a report to do an investigation, because they don't know if he's legitimate. Not too many people really go to him. So is he really legit? It is very nice of them. It is very nice, because they want to make absolutely sure. Because he's on a weird part of their list. Like they don't have him on like the top of the list, in the middle of the list. He's like near the bottom. So it's like, in your area closest to you is okay. Now, you would think Cooper would take my medical, but no, they don't, which is weird. Exactly. Better to be safe than sorry. But yeah, I mean, like Anne, like just Anne, and I know you go on Anne's channel, and we don't live too far from each other. I know she probably feels the same way. You have to be really careful with these doctors nowadays. You really do. You have to be careful with them. Are they going to tell us the truth? I do a lot more research on medications, side effects. Like, if somebody's going to prescribe something to me, I want to know what it does. What are these side effects? The long-term effects. Long-term effects on what it does to the body. Because what a lot of people don't tell you is what they use to literally press it together It's not like a pressed makeup. It's not like a pressed makeup, okay? They literally use a chemical to press that medication together, and they don't want to tell you what they're using, and they're using a sulfur base to press that together, and they don't want to tell you that, or a coating base, sulfur and coating base to press that together, and they don't necessarily want to tell any of us that. But how many of us are actually going to have a side effect to that have some sort of allergy to either one of those things? So, I can't have codeine. I can't have oxycodone. I can't have Oxycontin. I can't have any of those things. I can't even have morphine. And that's really strong. I'm allergic to that shit. Like, damn. I'm allergic to that. But if a doctor doesn't read something, exactly, all they really care about is the money. This is, and you're agreeing with me on this, and are they really caring about our health? And this is why I have this health talk segment going today. Are they really caring about our health? Or are they really caring about the money that goes into their pocket? And should we really start questioning them? And on my perspective, I think we should question the money that we put into their pocket. If they don't care about us, then why put money in their pocket? Right? So that's why the next time I go, exactly. The next time I go, it's just going to be a sit down and, talk face to face and say, hey, look, you wrote a script without consulting with me to see if I was comfortable with that. And when I did the research on the medication, no. That's why I went back. You took too long to get me that, but your office totally lied to me about why that was never ordered. Why lie when you can tell the truth? The truth is better than a lie. A lie gets you nowhere. It also crosses the line of trust between a doctor and a patient. If a doctor wants a patient to be able to trust them, you must tell the truth instead of lying. That's where I really have a problem, and we'll probably have to switch out to somebody else. I mean, my red medical folder from Great Lakes Naval Base went missing because the only red medical file just went poof and disappeared. When I put in a request for my medical file, how does the only red one disappear? Shit. Didn't disappear. That shit's in the archives. Or was it because of the medical testing? I think it was because of the medical testing. But yeah, like the only red folder doesn't disappear. Just like that. It doesn't just poof and disappear out of a Navy base. shit's in their damn archives. Somewhere. The Navy just doesn't want me to have it back. But I mean, right there, it's like that's my medical records. So it's like, could I trust anybody with my medical records? Probably not. I mean, like, the Navy wouldn't give me my medical records, and I was a dependent, growing up. It's like I requested my medical records, they fucking disappeared. And so it's like they shouldn't have disappeared. It's only red medical file. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of impossible. So I kind of have this like thin line of trust between myself and doctors. It's either you're going to tell me the truth or forget it. That's why I don't really like to go to the doctor, to tell you the truth. I will go if I need, but I'm not one of those people that likes to go to the doctor. Like, one of those phobic people that just loves to go to the doctor all the time because they're a hypochondriac. I don't like that. Like, hypochondriacs love to go. I hate going to the doctor. Like, when I had to go to Norfolk when I was a kid, and one of the testing projects that they did took this long ass needle, this long. Oh, this is going to disturb you, honeybee. But get ready for this. Stuck that sucker right in my hip, just with electricity running through it, and grinded that thing around. Oh, God, that hurt. Not only did it once, but pulled that sucker out and stuck it back in a different place, and then went in on the other side and did the same thing. Oh, it's like torturing a kid. But why was the Navy conducting these kind of experimental medical tests on children? On children. Yeah, but I survived it. The other kids didn't survive. I did. The other kids weren't. Exactly. And then the experimental medications that they were giving us kids, and as the dependents for the Navy, I dumped them down the toilet and flushed them. Just dumped that down the toilet because I didn't like it. I didn't like how it made me feel. Just dumped it down the toilet and flushed it. The other kids, they got sick. So God knows what kind of crazy experimental whatever that was. You know what I mean? I flushed it because I didn't trust what I was told to take in. I didn't. Like, you get that vibe about, something isn't trustable. And and you're not going to take it. It is. It is. And it's still out there. And I'm going to tell you, like, it's called population control. And a lot of people don't understand that. It is called population control. They say, oh, go get a vaccine for this, get a vaccine for that. I'll tell you what, I don't get the flu shot. You know what I haven't had this year? Knock on wood. The flu. I have not had the flu or a cold. That was me knocking. Anyway, my friend. You know what I do? I make my healing soup. The recipe's on my channel. But anyway, I make my healing soup. Balsamic vinegar. This is a tip for you. Balsamic vinegar eats, airborne germ pathogens. Yeah. Yeah, you do that because, like, you could switch that recipe up however you like it. But that actually eats airborne pathogens. Little mail call. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, it does. Yep. Okay. Let's see. They say I have arthritis. Yes. That's listed here. Thyroid disease. Yes. Let's see. Headaches. Yes. Eye problems. Yes. And you know why? It's from my thyroid. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Balsamic vinegar is also a fat burner. Back and neck problems, yes. Disease, yes. Epileptic seizures, yes. And guess what, people? It's all right there. So next time somebody gives me crap on the internet, it's all right there. Oh, crap. You saw that too, right? Yeah, you saw how I put that up there. Anyway, of course, there's no enlargement in my thyroid because I take care of it. Of course, the lenses in my eyes are clear. You know why? Because I take care of myself. And my airways are clear. You know why? Because I take care of myself. What is this script? Okay, and see, this is the crap I'm talking about. Like, are they like seriously serious? Like they send me some sort of script in the mail for something I don't even know what it's for. Like, are they serious? You're gonna have to read that later. Are they serious? This I'm talking about health talk. This was from my doctor. He sends me a script in the mail. What the hell is this even for? Oh my God, I don't even know. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even know what it's for. You can't. Look, cover that. Can you read that handwriting? I can't read that. I cannot read that handwriting. I cannot read that. Okay. Let's see. I've lost weight since then. Yes, I'm 5'8". My blood pressure, 108/70. Thank you. You can't read that either. My blood pressure is great though, isn't it? My pulse is 69 BPM, which is regular. Now this is turning into an ASMR on purpose. Oh my gosh. Is this like... Okay, what the hell is that? And what is this? What is that? No. See, like he went again and tried to get something refilled that is not supposed to be there. And that's why I said, like I'm seeing the script and like I don't know what it is, which means obviously I'm going to have to call that doctor's office and see what in the heck are they doing. And like, that's ridiculous. What are they doing? Right? That's crazy. I don't even think they know what they're doing. Truthfully. I think they've gone off their rocker. Off their flippin' rocker. Yeah. Anyway, honeybee, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I will see everybody later because I gotta go start making me some dinner soon. All right. Love everybody. Bye.